Though it's not always necessary, a nice finishing touch to some video is adding music. And as I mentioned earlier, another trick you can do with music is you can cover up some of the flaws in a voiceover. So to bring in our music, I'm going to simply open up our audio bin, simply double clicking on it. And inside the audio bin, just the same as in the project area, I can double click to import. Now I'm going to bring in this piece of music called Missing You. And you can bring in a AIF or a WAV file. Now you can bring in an MP3, but it is best to bring in an AIF or a WAV file, as MP3s can sometimes throw your timing off. So I'll click on import. And what I'll do now is I'll come over here to my timeline. I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, and I want to drag this down to my second audio channel. Make sure that's at the beginning. And I'll go ahead and close out my audio bin. Now I'm going to zoom out of my timeline here just by clicking and dragging on the little spacebar at the bottom here. And I'll drag in the audio so it stops right at the 30 seconds because the original song is about 5 minutes long. Now, a couple of things you need to be careful of. When you are bringing in your music, you want to make sure that it's not going to overpower the voiceover or possibly any sound effects you have. So I'm going to play this for a moment, even though I know it's going to be incredibly too loud. So I'm going to simply hit my spacebar.
Hey campers, Jess here for tinyteach.com.
Okay, now if you notice, it's actually all the way in the red here. So what I want to do is simply double click on my music, and I'll go to the effects controls, and I'll open up the volume. Now if you look right here, we have these little blue little clocks here, and this basically means it's set to animate. And I don't want this to animate, I just want to set the volume at this point. So I'm going to click to turn this off. And for the volume level, what I want to go ahead and type in to start with is maybe -20. Okay. And so now I'll try to play this again. Just hit my space bar.
Hey campers, Jess here for tinyteach.com, and I wanted to let you know that TinyTeach is now offering online classes. Pre-register now for our 2-hour mini course, Basic Retouching in Photoshop, for just $10. Learn how to turn your photos from this to this. Sign up now at www.tinyteach.com/webclass. Thanks campers, and remember, keep it simple, make it perfect.
Okay, so that's not bad, but it does end abruptly, and so I want to actually go ahead and extend this out to about 32 seconds. So I'm going to move my playhead out right till about, actually let's go ahead and make it about 33. So I'll extend the music out that far. And what I'll also do is bring in that last little image of the before and after. And I'll drag this right on the end here of the video. And we'll end that right with the music. And I'm going to add 2 different transitions. One, we'll do a default transition. So it fades from just talking. And we'll go ahead and leave that URL up there.
Perfect.
Okay, and last but not least, I'm going to fade out the music. So I'll come down and apply default transitions. And to make sure the music fades out exactly as everything else does, I'll simply double click. And instead of having a 1 second duration, I'm going to make this about a 3 second duration. So if I hit my spacebar now to play this out.
.com/web class. Thanks campers, and remember, keep it simple, make it perfect.
And there you have it. By adding in a little bit of music, we've given a little more quality to the piece, and we've also covered up any of the flaws that were in the voiceover. Just make sure when you are using music, you'll want to select things that are royalty-free, so you don't have to pay royalties. You also want to avoid anything that's copywritten unless you own the copyright.